Hello, welcome to RHI Stories of Courage, Hope, Attitude, and Inspiration. My name is Sharon Clausen, and I am the Annual Fund and Events Officer for the RHI Foundation. And today we have three wonderful guests. We have Amy Brammer, her brother Andy Thoman, and Sophie Schack. And thank you so much for coming today.
Alex.
Oh, and Alex, that's right. Let's not leave out Alex. And today they're going to share an incredible story about Andy. Andy, thank you so much for coming, and thank you so much for being willing to share your story. I really appreciate it. Sophie, that's why you're here with Alex, right? So why don't you share a little bit of your story with Andy?
Yeah, so I'm gonna try not to cry again. Uncle Andy has been a childhood friend of my dad for years, and so I grew up thinking that Andy was in fact blood related Uncle Andy. And I remember the day that I found out he truly wasn't blood related, and I was like, oh my goodness, what's going on? But ever since I was literally born, he's been there. And so when I found out he had a stroke, my first impression, my first thought was, what can I do to help? And so I think, Andy's just always been a very humble, genuine, hardworking guy. And to see his life completely flipped around. And so thankfully I was able to be there at RHI to witness the incredible therapy that he received. And so one night I was sitting here with Alex, and the name Alex and Andy just popped in my head, and I was like, that's cute. And I never sewed before, so I went to Walmart literally the night of and got a sewing machine for, super cheap. And my fiance and I sat at the kitchen table, and he taught me to sew from what he remembered in high school class. And so literally the next day I launched it on TikTok, an app that has truthfully transformed my life, Uncle Andy's life, Amy's life in ways we can't even describe. And 2 days later, we went viral. We had 60,000 views, and then it went to 100,000 views, and we were at 200,000 views, and people were asking, where can we buy this? Where can we buy this? And here we are a little less than 2 months later. We've shipped in every state in the United States. We've sold over 5,000 reversible pet bandanas to not only pet lovers and stroke survivors and their families, but just a community now. And everyone on TikTok says, we love you, Uncle Andy. They are on our team now. Some say, Uncle Andy, you're so amazing. You're such a hard worker. Some people have private messaged me and expressed their parents or their grandparents' strokes experiences. I've had an 18-year-old girl who reached out to me who unfortunately had a stroke, and she had said that our videos gave her hope. And at the and at the end of the day, that's what Alex and Andy has done, not only for our family and Alex, but thousands of other people, not only nationally, but internationally as well. So the whole purpose behind Alex and Andy is to give stroke survivors and their families a place of hope and community and acceptance. And he busts his booty every single day helping me with Alex and Andy. I mean,
that's been one of the most exciting things
yes,
for me to see, because
yes,
he is
such a hard worker.
I mean, all of our lives, he would work circles around me, and like on a Saturday, I can watch movies and relax, but he, works circles. And so he's ironing, he's cutting fabric, he's packing and to ship out, he's working with the invoices,
and he's writing thank you notes. And that's too something that I think is so special, is it's just not a thank you note. I mean, this is therapy for him as well. During the day, it's like an extra stimulant. And from the very first time that I saw him, and he won't remember this, it was on the phone when he was in the hospital, to where he is today is absolutely mind-blowing, and proof that, stroke survivors, we're all normal, we're all people, and everyone deserves kindness and love and acceptance, and that outreach and the support that we've received is just, I'm speechless. Truthfully, there's no other words. Kindness comes back, and this is living proof that there are still kind people in the world.
Andy, Sophie told me that sometimes you pick out a special fabric, like a mystery color, mystery pattern. Yeah, do you enjoy doing that? Yeah.
So it's called Uncle Andy's Mystery Bandana of the Month, and he gets to choose fabrics that we don't show anyone. It's a surprise, and even the immense support we've received just from that, people are so curious to see, which fabric Uncle Andy would choose. That we see every day people are emailing us and they're making TikTok videos. I mean, people are so excited to receive something from Uncle Andy that they are making videos and posting it so Uncle Andy can see,
That's incredible.
We also have birthday bandanas so owners can buy their pet bandanas birthday. It's crazy. There's more products that we plan to add, but we're forever grateful.
And that's one more thing, because you're wearing them on your wrist, some scrunchies.
Yes, we have matching scrunchies too. So our next launch will be St. Patrick's Day and spring. And so people literally will order the scrunchies to match with their pets. And there's so many photos for reference on our Facebook page of people all across the United States.
Thank you so much. I mean, with 800 bandana orders plus scrunchies and other items that you're doing, I can't imagine how busy your days are. So I really appreciate you taking the time out of your day, all three of you. And for those of you who have joined us, thank you so much for listening to Andy's story. We do have a link included with this post if you would like to support some of our initiatives like brain injury coping skills, art therapy, so many other things that support brain injury and stroke rehabilitation. We would just so appreciate your gift. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you again next week.